Oh, JKnaps and Garrett do both want to play. Oh, sick. Alright, let's get them both in here. Alright, this should be quite interesting. This should be quite interesting. Alright, lads. How's it going? If you guys can't read what I'm saying, maybe my chair's in the way. I'm saying, so the rules are simple. Just take turns with one possession each. When the other player has the ball, you have to go defend your goal. No using the wall. Do we let it go in or not? You can try to save it, but only reactively. You can't stop them from hitting the back wall. Sense make. This could be interesting. I don't really know what this is gonna be like. Don't really know, boys. It's gonna be sense does make, says Garrett. Now we just wait. Okay, JKnaps also sense does make. Alright, Garrett says link to my Insta, trying to go. Everybody go check out GarrettG's Instagram. He's trying to grow. He's trying to expand his brand on the gram of Insta. Yeah, kickoffs are normal. They're probably going to figure that part out. You go, says JKnaps. Alright, they're just going to take turns right from the get-go. Garrett, first of all, has the first possession. And now he's going to grab boost. And how is he going to go about this? Setting up a double touch. I've not given them any, plans. He wants to go backboard from nearby. It's going to be tough to get it past JKnaps from that angle. Interesting that he opts for the ground. I do expect to see a lot of wall double touches. This is going to be tough for JKnaps so to even hit the back wall after his first touch wasn't very good. But that is one possession wasted. Wall or no? I'll say yeah. Yeah. Any way you want. Oh, Garrett with a foul. That's a foul. So that means JKnaps gets a goal. Alright. JKnaps gets free goal and possession. No. Alright, so JKnaps gets one goal and also a possession. One goal and a possession. Because Garrett messed up his possession and he scored a goal which we are not going to allow. I wonder if this will be the lowest scoring challenge that we've seen. I know some of the ceiling shot 1v1 between Karma and Squishy were pretty low scoring because those are obviously very hard to hit on target, especially the ones that Squishy was trying to do. JKnaps is going to cut this ball pretty sharply. Okay, now he's going to get around it. Trying to find the backboard. This is a very, very intricate setup. What a play, JKnaps! Intricacy to the maximum. He's going to go straight sideways. He's only got 56 boost when he jumps off here. Dodge perfectly. Garrett was pre-jumping that entire time, by the way. So if Garrett did save it, it would have been pretty nuts. That was pretty insane by JKnaps. And I mean, if you can regularly pull that off in a 1v1, it's a pretty legit strategy. Garrett's going to try a similar thing. He's using his dodge just for positioning, and then he's just going to try and slow down. Unfortunately, not able to slow down enough, though. But pay attention to how these guys use their dodge. Some people just like to pop the ball to the back wall with the hit from the wall. JKnaps instead preferring to score by accident, preferring to use his dodge to hit the back wall. Look at that. First touch he's just using it for the elevation. Dodge to get the ball to move horizontally, and then he's just going to fly after it using his own mechanical ability. Yeah, Garrett has a free goal just to keep this fair. Bear in mind, Garrett yet to score a legit goal. He's got the free goal, and then he's got the accidental goal. JKnaps has got one free goal, one accidental goal, and one very legit goal. JKnaps saying, why did I sign up for this? That's a good question. Garrett, of course, signed up for this to expand his Instagram. Oh, Garrett's going to try what JKnaps did. This is going to be too tricky. Too tricky for him. He wasted that one. He didn't have much boost when he jumped off, and with a first touch that was not really as high as it needs to be, it was always going to be a catch-up game. JKnaps is trying to go from the ground this time. He's decided to go change his plan after the ground game didn't really line up the way that he was hoping for. Garrett from deep in his own half now. Was going to be very tough. These guys are not starting with 100 boost. Oh, cheeky by Garrett. He made it look like he was out of options. And then a point-blank range pop to the crossbar nearly had us thinking otherwise. Will JKnaps go to the left here? He didn't go to the left there to pick up the boost. Instead, he's just going to get another sick first touch. Oh my goodness, a little bit more boost and JKnaps would have had that. JKnaps is dodging to hit that sweet spot on the backboard, which is follow-upable, is really on point. Garrett not quite able to replicate. Not quite able to replicate as of yet. Garrett's still got to get back to his net pretty quickly. JKnaps is on a really fast counterattack. Tight angle though, it's going to be tricky and he won't hit it. These guys are being very creative, which I do like. They're mixing it up. Garrett especially has been using the ground quite often. This is going to be super hard. That is technically a double touch because he did pop it to the back wall without his dodge. Now JKnaps going for the corner. He's going to try and take it off the wall, then back into the wall, and then off the wall again. That would have been exceptional, but the goal only counts for one. We don't have a system in Rocket League yet that we can score goals differently. Oh, GarrettG once again had to fly in such a way as to slow down because he would have arrived too early. JKnaps now from the ground. Needs another touch to find the backboard. He's got it. And the rebound. JKnaps is beasting right now. He says, why did he sign up for this? I think that's your answer. Garrett, another pre-jump. I don't think he expected JKnaps to be able to get that second touch. His first touch from the ground wasn't enough to take the ball into the backboard, but he managed to find a second and a third to put it into the net. JKnaps is a beast right now. Garrett, a lot of work to do. He's got a good line though. He's used his double jump for height. Again, only finds the crossbar. That's the third time the crossbar has denied GarrettG. JKnaps is not going to waste much time here. Good sportsmanship. He's already up by 2, but he's not going to waste Garrett's time. Again, such efficiency with his boost. He's only got 69 when he starts this play, and he could have scored that with a better line. That was definitely scoreable with his resources that he had. Showing what he can do with not 100 boost. JKnaps has to let that hit the wall. The rules that we've decided to use mean that JKnaps is not allowed to defend that ball until Garrett strikes it post rebound. So although JKnaps could easily intercept this if he wanted to, he was an honourable man. Great trip there by Garrett. He found the underside of the ball, popped it over the top of the Canadian. JKnaps still has the lead though. Bear in mind, that's Garrett's first legit goal, and JKnaps is looking good. Garrett can do nothing but get a pre-jump save. There is nothing he could do before the rebound, but afterwards, he's in the perfect spot. This is going to be a tough one. Can he find the height to pop it? He's looking for the height. All he could find is the side of the goal. JKnaps is going to try and go for a quick counter attack. And he technically double touches it, I guess. Alright, press 1 in the chat if you think that's legit, 2 if you think this doesn't count. Technically, he double touched this. Yeah, he says it's weak. I think it counts. He did double touch it. It was legit. Punishing Garrett for wasting that possession of his. Garrett is now not wasting any more time. He's on a good line this time. Slow rolls it, puts it underneath the pre-jumping JKnaps. That counted, guys. It counted, definitely. I just wanted to let you guys give live feedback, but we're going to count it for sure. Garrett still down by 1. JKnaps on the next possession. Could almost sentence Garrett to a loss with a goal here. JKnaps going for a ceiling shot.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Well, it would have been impressive. Instead, it turns into something far from it. Borovnica. Thank you, by the way, for the Twitch Prime sub. Oh, no, just a regular Tier 1 sub. My bad. Just I see a new sub, and I assume it's a Twitch Prime, but that was just a regular sub, and thank you for it. Oh, Garrett. Denied by the post. It might be time for one more. JKnaps is an honourable opponent. He's going quick because he wants to give Garrett a chance to win, but really, he's also thinking about putting the goal difference up to 2. But Garrett will have his last chance. This is fast recycled double touch 1v1, and Garrett gets denied by the crossbar again. So many shots getting denied by the crossbar. JKnaps will try and make it 2. Might not have put it high enough, and that will be game 1 for the JKnaps. They really started to improve towards the end of that. I'm impressed. I did not expect to see a high-scoring game here. It was only 2 goals accidentally from these guys. Only 2 accidental goals. JKnaps says he doesn't know what he's doing. His creativity and accuracy in finding the backboard and then flying after it would disagree. We'll do a couple more games of these. Oh, they're both so nice. JKnaps says you go. Lovely to see sportsmanship like this. Of course, the Rocket League community is the best esports gaming community there is. It is undeniable.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Garrett somehow was able to pop that ball high enough to hit the crossbar, but we saw the the impact it had in his car. Look at the creativity of JKnaps. He's going way into the corner before even searching for the double touch. Garrett will keep it out because he knew it would have been a disallowed goal. Garrett needs maybe 1 or 2 more touches to find the crossbar, and he won't be able to find it. Accidental goal for GarrettG. So JKnaps will now get a free goal and a possession. Dermonty, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, by the way. Very much appreciated. Best esports community. Tell that to my solo standard teammates earlier. What about solo standard do you think is esports? There's nothing esports about that. He says, I don't know if the guys. Nah, only rebounds. Sorry. Wasn't reading. Yeah, sorry, I might have been unclear. That was my bad. I was unclear to begin. But yeah, only rebounds. Double touch rebounds for this. Vac405, thank you for the 100 shares. And I love you, man. Appreciate that. But we're all tied up once again. JKnaps will not be able to score. Not even his creativity will be able to find a goal from that angle. Garrett looking for... Oh, he was looking for a pop on the ball and then jumping after it. Alright, JKnaps is going to have to do something extremely creative here. He's not yet hit the backboard. He's trying to. He's trying to. He would have had to pop that ball off the wall, then hit it into the backboard, and then hit it again for that to be a legal goal. Honestly, Garrett was quite generous to give him the chance. This has got to be a goal. Garrett's got the whole goal to aim at. Well done. 1-0. Legitimately from Garrett. Great setup. Waiting for the bounce. Notice that he is popping the ball and also flying after it with the same jump. He doesn't pop the ball and then jump a second time. Panda Fu 7, thank you for the new sub, by the way. Very much appreciated. Oh, JKnaps is on point here. Tries to squash it in. Garrett might have got a piece of it. Yes, he did. He's credited with a clear ball. But the fact that he wasn't credited with the save shows us that the ball was not on target. Now, Garrett's going to try and come off the wall and pop this back into the goal. Super, super difficult shot, and it leaves him wide open to a counter-attack from JKnaps. Oh, Garrett with the accidental interception. He did not mean to do that. He's going to give JKnaps back the possession. I think he might be typing. Yeah, he says go again. I was going to tell him to do that if he did ask. But these guys are very sportsmanlike. I had never had any doubt. Tightest of angles from JKnaps, and he might have been on. It was close. Far post, I think, was the destination before Garrett got in the way. Being too nosy, thanks for the 5 months, by the way. He says, yes, hello, less than 3, you Joni. Thank you, buddy. Cheers to you. Oh, JKnaps, not GNaps. Maybe if we make an amalgamation, if these two had a child, it would be GNaps. But JKnaps was just hovering here. He tried to predict where Garrett would put it, and he wasn't far off. He wasn't far off. Garrett with another deadly strike. He's been finding the underside of the crossbar where he could not last game. That's nearly almost, it's almost in. J2 GNaps, yeah. J2 GNaps. I don't think Garrett's going to be able to pop that high enough in the first attempt. He's going to try again though, and won't be able to get it. The bar down, took it underneath Garrett. JKnaps is trying to counter-attack quickly before Garrett is ready. This is going to be so hard to hit the bar. Will he be able to do it? No, he won't. Foul by JKnaps. Free goal and possession for G. Press U for party chat. Well, observe. Doesn't he what? You've got to go escape, or you've got to press escape first in spectate. See, I'm pressing U right now, my keyboard. You've got to go escape and then press this button in the corner if you're spectating, unfortunately. Thanks for the attempted tip, though. Of course, if you're playing the game, pressing U does use party chat. So what's the special rules for this map? This is the double touch only, or the double touch rebound only 1v1. So these guys are self-setting double touches to themselves and trying to score the rebound after the fact. GarrettG threatening once again, but JKnaps knew that was not on target. NRG2 GarrettG Where's the J though? We need a J in there. Oh, and we nearly had a J in Garrett's goal. He was doing a bit of a windmill formation on the way. Garrett has, for the most part, been more careful with his setup and his placement as well. For the third time, just going low because he knows JKnaps has to try and pre-jump to save a shot from this position if it is going top corner. You need a limited boost for this? No, not at all. Not at all. Smart pathing means that boost is not necessary. I've yet to see a goal from this position. JKnaps is going to try and find one. Oh, great setup. He might be on for this, and he will be. Gets the dunk after the fact. That counts. Great shot by JKnaps. Look, pops it off the wall. Still hasn't found the backboard. Finds it. Then gets the shot. Garrett pre-jump saves it. JKnaps dunks on him. 4 touches. All in the air. Even with some interference from NRG's new boy. JKnaps still found the net. Still 2 goals down though. Will GarrettG be able to predict this angle? Yes, he will, but only enough to find the ball, not the net. Good first touch by JKnaps. He's trying to squash it in. Garrett was there, and I think JKnaps just squashed it a little bit too close to the crossbar. Game modes like this really do allow players to express themselves creatively. Try to one-up each other. Try to find the more creative way to score. Garrett was trying his hand at JKnaps' goal, and JKnaps with another foul. He's desperately looking for a ton of lift on that ball to try and get it high up under the crossbar, but there you go, just not hitting the ball on the bottom. We saw the impact point was pretty central. The ball did not find the crossbar. Now Garrett, free goal. It's making it harder and harder for JKnaps to make the comeback happen. He's wasting time with these fouls. And he has to wait for another Garrett shot before he can even make one of his own. I think one more miss for JKnaps will mean Garrett ties the series here. One more miss means we're all tied up. Which I would not mind, because I've only got time to cast one more of these. We'll probably revisit this one. I'd love to see multiple players giving this a go, because like I said before, this gives players a chance to express themselves, to show off their creativity, to experiment with new strategies. Just give some really difficult shot a real good go, because they know that they're being given the setup time. And JKnaps is looking like Garrett from last game. The crossbar once again in his way. Garrett double jumping off the wall there. He's nearly reached it. Impressive that he's managed to get so far away from the wall there. And Garrett with the boost steal says sorry. He realizes that now JKnaps has to cross the field just to have a chance of scoring, and it's almost certainly going to be GarrettG tying us up here. And it will. I won't bother saying in party. I was going to say in party chat one more game, because that's what we're going to have. Garrett wants one more shot though, and he's not really double touched it, but it's an impressive goal regardless. JKnaps dropping a nice shot in the chat. Things like this, if players get good enough at shots, high difficulty shots like these, it makes them so much more threatening. Because at the time being, shots of that caliber of difficulty are just way too hard to even consider in a real 1v1 close match with money on the line, unless somebody's really feeling on point. Last game, I'm saying. It's something that we see players like Squishy and Devo do in 1v1 more than anybody else, I would say, is when they're really feeling on point, they JKnaps just let that one go in from Garrett. Probably the worst goal that we've seen so far. Garrett, once again, he's trying to hit the ball low enough there that it pops into the crossbar and he can just fly behind it and get a point blank range rebound. But yeah, I've seen Squishy and Devo do some pretty nutty things in ones when they're feeling it. And then other times they turn into Beanvo and Beanie Muffins if they're feeling like they're having a bad day. In the future, that will be just the norm. We'll see players popping off left, right and center. Great setup here by JKnaps, choosing not to dodge this time, but he doesn't need to. He is on point from start to finish. By his standards, a pretty tame shot, but we all know that this is far from easy. Beanie Muffins, that's the Squishy Muffins in a beanie. So Garrett's going to go to the corner to start things off. We have seen him find success from this position before, and another dunk attempt. He's going to give JKnaps a little love tap, saying, "Why would you save that, buddy?" That was my shot that I've always wanted. JKnaps jumping off the wall with only 55 boost. Has he even got the potential to reach it? Not really. And Garrett will block what would have been a foul goal. Double touch 1v1 to Jazer and MK. That would be pretty fun. like I said, I would love to see more players in this sort of game mode. Oh, Garrett trying to dunk this one in. JKnaps needed a solid hitbox to prevent that, and he got one. You would never attempt these shots in your life. That's why you need to set the rules. Make it that it's only shots like these that are allowed, because then, if only this type of shot is allowed, you and your opponent can both just, you know, practice and try to get good at them. Oh, that would have been nasty. GarrettG twisting and contorting and spinning in circles and accidentally intercepting JKnaps' counter-attack. He didn't mean to do that. Drops an FME in the chat. JKnaps says no problem, and he's just going to dip all the way back to midfield. Does find the crossbar, and that is a rebound. Bar down and in. Courtesy off the point blank range interception. Look at this from Garrett. Garrett thought it was in, but look at that. Bar down, and JKnaps read the fact that it was going to bounce straight down off the crossbar. Impressive stuff. He lost the last game pretty comfortably, but now an equally solid lead. Long time left though for GarrettG. What a hit. That's going to give himself a great setup. What a goal by Garrett. The dodge here is so good. This ball came off the ceiling. If he didn't dodge exactly at that moment, it would have been out of reach. And then he's straight away flying down to meet it. That is so impressive by GarrettG. Recovering from, honestly, what was not the best first touch, but he turned it into something else. JKnaps has got a long way to go, far away from home. Beyond the far post was just a little bit too far. GarrettG once again not making up his mind of how he wants to score till he even arrives at his opponent's net, and this will be a foul. It will go into the net.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Hello, Zakify. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, my man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, appreciate you, buddy. What a goal from Carrot. It's not, well, maybe I sound like I say Carrot. I meant Garrett. What a goal from Carrot C. What a goal from JKnaps. Oh, JKnaps. Somebody napping in a cage. I did not mean to say that, but those are the words that came out. JKnaps with a chance to reclaim his 2-goal lead. Phenomenal first touch. He's got to slow down though. His flight path after the fact was a little bit too fast, making it difficult to get a good touch to the backboard. Garrett is rolling the ball much faster this last game than he did in the previous one, but he slowed down brilliantly. What a save by JKnaps. I think the ball may have been out, but JKnaps had a good read for Garrett's placement. That's going to be tough. I don't think JKnaps is going to be able to generate enough height from the bounce. That did hit the backboard. JKnaps needs to be very careful though. Garrett was in the perfect position to block that. But still one goal in it. Flurry of goals at the start of the game, and then a couple of fouls in the middle is all that we've seen. JKnaps is desperate to get a goal from the ground. It's going to be so hard though. I don't think he can get it. He does it really well to do the slow air dribble trick, but it's still a foul. Observe from Garrett's POV what makes this so difficult is JKnaps slows down the ball not once, not twice, but 3 times on its way to the net. He says he's not going to go for it anymore because he's failed a few times in these ground-based or, you know, ground-originated double touch attempts. He's not going to do it anymore. That's just because he knows he's ahead, and if he's fouling, he's knocking time off the clock and making it more difficult for Garrett to make the comeback, which is not his game. He just wants to score a ground-originated double touch self-set. Tight angle for GarrettG. He finds the target, almost, but comfortable save for the Canadian, who is going to try and sentence Garrett to a very difficult comeback situation. Bad line though. Garrett, open net, technically, for the time being. JKnaps has gone for boost as well, so this is not going to be easy for him to get a save. And Garrett is on point and ties the game. JKnaps had a lot of time to see what Garrett was doing, but Garrett already being in there. Oh, JKnaps missed the boost. He may have reached that if he had boost, but he just missed it in the back corner. So close, but no cigar. JKnaps still with a slight advantage though, being the man on the possession, and he's on point and he hits the post. He might have been in a position to score that. It was hard to tell sometimes. What is Garrett's play? He's looking for the corner. One of the hardest places to score from in this game mode. He's got the touch. He's found the backboard. Floats down. JKnaps is in the way though. JKnaps knows that after the ball has hit the backboard, it's wide open for saving. So he's allowed to come in there and make that interception. The only rules for defending in this game is you're not allowed to try and stop the ball from hitting the backboard while your opponent is on the setup. As soon as it's hit the backboard, though, you're allowed to come in. No pre-positioning on the wall, though. That's another rule that we're deciding to go for. Garrett is looking for that super high difficulty shot. Once again, it'd be pretty cool in Rocket League in the future if we had a scoring system similar to what you have in Olympic diving, or things like that, where you get more points for scoring particular types of goals. This is just turning into JKnaps' bread and butter. Would we credit this as a difficult shot when JKnaps is on the ball? He just makes it look so easy. Just dodging into the ball to perfectly set up his flight path after the fact. 30 seconds for GarrettG to tie things up. This is the ace match here. And he's had a pretty fast approach. Oh, but he dribbles it way too far to the right. I'm sure JKnaps will try to quickly recycle this to give Garrett one more chance for redemption. And he is going to do exactly that. So Garrett may have about 5 seconds to get a boost and then take the ball to the back wall. There it is, currently on the ground, but Garrett knows he has plenty of time. Once he's in the air, he has no intention of hitting the ground once more. Oh, but a bad first touch. It's going to be such a tight angle, and he's not going to make it. GG's. JKnaps wants one more goal as well, and this is going to be an incredibly difficult shot to make. Not allowed to touch the ground. Props to JKnaps for even trying this. And he's nearly done it, but even JKnaps not able to recover from that position. GG's. Honestly, impressive stuff. That was way more goals than I expected. Way more goals than I expected.
Hey, Johnny boy.
A lot more goals than I thought. But GG's. Thanks to Garrett and JKnaps for putting on a great show for us. That was a lot of fun to watch. JKnaps says he feels like Jazer.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Thanks for the subs, Wake, C-Mac, and Wang Chung 22. Very much appreciated, guys. Very much appreciated, both of you. That's going to be it from me for today.
Hey, Johnny boy.
Oh, well, Sinner9635 has other ideas. Thank you for the sub also. But like I said, that's going to be it for me. I'm just going to run some ads and then look for somebody to host. So if you want to be part of the raid, then stick around. If not, then thank you for watching.
Boy.
And thank you, another thank you for Electric Boogers 4 months in a row. Welcome back. It was a resub as well for Wake C-Mac. I didn't notice that till right now. 5 months. Welcome back to you. For the rest of you, I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully another early stream unless I have a change of plans. But I'll try my best to make it happen.
Johnny boy.
And Joe Mega has just doesn't want me to leave, I guess. Thank you for subbing. Anyone else?